you could have a very casual conversation over lunch. Just maybe that'll help her feel like she's like to warm up. Maybe she feels like she kind of has her wall up and nobody understands what she's going through, and maybe that'll kind of break down some of her emotional barriers. Another thing that maybe if she responds well to that, or if she doesn't respond well to that, maybe I would go to another counselor, maybe get some ideas from her, like your school counselor, maybe say what are some good ways that I could talk to her and kind of open those lines of communication. Um, that would be what I think would be your immediate goal. That's what you want to do right away, so that she just kind of, and obviously it's a process. It's going to take time. She probably won't warm up right away.
She's going through something. I know her divorce has been months, but I wonder if maybe the counselor would be able to talk to her on a different level.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
I do worry about my coworkers.
Right.
It's a pressing issue for me. I do like
Exactly.
to eat lunch. You know why? It's funny you mention it, but I have seen her eat alone, and she turns off the light to her room, having lunch every single day in the dark. Or I don't know, because sometimes I just eat in there and turn off the light even without walking out with her food from the cafeteria.
Right, exactly. So this might be, maybe she's just lonely and just kind of, maybe she's at a point where she feels a little depressed, that she's alone, and, work is hard, and to see other people who are happy and who are doing well, it's hard to take, it's a hard pill to swallow. So maybe that can help. Maybe you want to set some goals with her. What would be some goals that you might want to set as far as expectations? She might be feeling overwhelmed. So what would be something, and I know you're frustrated, so what would be some immediate goals that you could probably set her that you think that she could accomplish and that you would be okay with?
Um, Work-wise or personal?
I think work-wise, because that's you have a
Okay.
work relationship.
Okay, thank you for clarifying that. I really want her to do her own lesson plans. I mean, I know that we're sharing the same content, but I feel like each member from our English department has to pull their weight.
Right.
And I would like for her, maybe by the next time we meet on Thursday, for her to have done this lesson plan for the whole department, because we share one lesson plan only, and
Okay.
everybody rotates. But for the past 6 weeks, she hasn't contributed not once. And I don't know why my supervisor hasn't told her anything, our department head.
Right. And I think that's something that you can approach with her and talk to her about and say, this is my concern. I don't want to be like the bad guy and send you to the principal's office, but I want you to talk to me about what's happening. Is this something that you can work on? And maybe she'll be able to tell you more about what her situation is and what she's kind of feeling, because it can be it's probably more than what we know. So
Yeah.
I
I
would
like
work.
the idea. Another goal that I would want for her to do is maybe be on board. Like we do thematic units every single week,
Okay.
and every week she's resistant to whatever ideas we suggest. Like for example, this week we're doing Anne Frank and the Holocaust. That's our
Mhm.
theme for this week.
Mhm.
So my goal would be for her to find at least maybe two lessons on Anne Frank.
Right, and that's a great goal, and that's very attainable for her. And I think that setting those goals will really help her and help you not be so frustrated. It'll help her have a drive to know that this is my goal, this is what I have to get done to contribute. So I think in conclusion, what we can talk about, what we can work on is kind of making those goals for her. Um, to build that kind of personal relationship up. I know it's hard, it's frustrating for you, but I think she meets some of those goals. I think your frustration will probably go down, and you'll be able to see that she's contributing, she's doing something.
I think I'll like her more if she
Right,
contributes and I'm positive towards her, which I don't
exactly.
feel at this moment. I don't feel connected to her.
Right,
But
exactly.
I could help her now that you changed my perspective. I can probably help her with her divorce that she's going through. I mean, just by being there for her,
Right,
supportive.
just being a friend, exactly. So I think work on those and talk to her, and then we'll meet back in maybe a week or so